stumbled into a place where time is irrelevant, where fantasy is reality, where nostalgia reigns supreme. You've come to the Encounter Cauldron.
I'm seeing red, I'm seeing gray. I'm seeing these colors you've never seen. I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Common culture in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a skanky with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.
Everybody, before we get started, I do just want to throw in a plug for Whatnot. If you are over there, I am streaming at least once a week. We just talk toys, we talk music, we hang out, we sell figures. It's a good time. Please feel free to stop by. And if you are over on Instagram, don't forget to give a follow over there as well. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got for you just an overview of the new X-Men 3-pack featuring Storm, Forge, and Jubilee. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and crack it open, we'll see what's inside, and then I'll give you a little bit of back-to-back comparison with some of the previous releases of these three characters. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright, so of course we've got the pretty standard packaging for the new figures, but just to show you kind of what's on the side. So we do have a little bit of the comic art on the side here, and then on this side we actually get the figures, so you get a little bit of both. And then on the back, of course, what we have inside, so accessories, extra hands all around, and then only one extra head that comes with Jubilee, so you get the bubble gum and the one without. All right, let's get in. So of course we have, just like we've seen in most of the multi-packs, all the cardboard accessories off to the side here. So we've got Storms, Jubilees here, and then Forges up here. Now for the figures, let's see, on my right, we start off with Storm, then over to Forge, and finally Jubilee. Alright, so first up we have Storm. So I gotta say, I am a big fan of this costume. Really like that era of the comics. This is just a nice throwback to when I was a kid, so I am a big fan, enjoying this color scheme. It's not going to replace my main X-Men display, but it'll make for a nice secondary X-Men display, so I'm not mad about that. Alright, so of course Storm does come with these hands, which I'm a big fan of, so let's go ahead and see how these look over here. Alright, so definitely a big fan of this effect. This is definitely how I'll be posing Storm. Let me guys know what you think. Next up, Jubilee. So as you can tell, I think these are the same head sculpts that we had previously, but they do have the new paint apps, so they do look pretty nice in person. Of course, we do have the two head sculpts, one with the bubble gum, one without. My big and probably my only complaint with this is the effects that she came with are just these reused effects. Now, of course, it's not the same reused effects that we're used to. We have seen these a few times, but fewer than others. I do wish, though, that they would have included some sort of firework effect. This seems like a good opportunity to create a new effect, give Jubilee that, and then they can use it for other characters down the line. But I digress. Alright, so next up, Forge. So as you can tell, fairly similar to the original release of Forge. Obviously the boots have changed. The holster on the cybernetic leg is not there, but overall fairly similar. He does come with an extra set of hands and then this large blaster that we've seen with a few figures over the years. But all in all, like I said, I am digging this set, so I'll be really excited to add the rest of the characters. I do have the Wolverine. Looking forward to the set with Banshee the most, because that's a character that I've been wanting to add into the collection. But let's get into it. Let's show you the back-to-back comparisons with the other figures, just so you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking at now versus what we've already received. Alright, so we got Storm with the retro card release in her white suit. Again, for me, this new Storm's not going to go into my main X-Men display. I do have my 90s Jubilee era X-Men all together. If you've seen the previous videos, you know how that's laid out. Both of these though are beautiful figures, so I am happy to add the new team suits into a separate display. But again, really great figures either way you go with Storm. Some of you, this may be the X-Men team that you're looking for, and this will be your main team. But again, that's up to you. All right, so with Forge, you can see back to back with the original release of Forge. This one with the different boots and the holster on the leg there. I don't have them with his original guns. These are just guns I've replaced over the years. What I will say though about the new release of Forge is this guy feels like a better figure. So he is on the more modern buck. So you can tell, I mean, he has a little bit more bulk to him, feels a little bit heavier. So overall, I do think this is an improvement. However, I am a fan of the original release just based on the costume. So again, I'll keep saying it, but won't replace my Forge in my main display, but will be sitting on his own display with the team suits down there. And of course, Jubilee. So here we have Jubilee from the Caliban wave. So as you can see, I did put some of these same effects on the Jubilee I previously had because these were the best effects I thought that I had that could go to Jubilee, that weren't redundant, repetitive, based on effects that other X-Men characters have in the display. So I guess Hasbro thought the same, and that's why they gave those to us for this Jubilee. Again, not the worst effect. I'm glad she does have effects. It just would have been a great opportunity to give her something a little bit cooler. But of course, that's what guys like can of beams are for. So again, this is definitely down to preference. I did change out the head just so you could get an idea of what the bubblegum head looks like. This one, the gum does feel much looser, but it is darker, so it actually looks a little bit nicer, I think. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know how you're going to be displaying yours, what your preferences are as far as these teams go or outfits. So there you have it. There's your new 3-pack with Storm, Jubilee, and Forge. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether you prefer these versions of the characters versus the other versions of the characters, if this is the preferred suits that you're looking for, if this is what you're going to display, or if you're going to keep with the other X-Men characters that are out there. I don't know, you guys tell me. I know what I'm gonna do, but you know, everybody has their own collection, so you do what you gotta do, and hopefully you're happy with these. If you're not looking at getting these, then that's okay too. You know, this leaves for somebody else who is looking to collect these figures. But appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out, and as always, don't forget to check me out on Instagram. If you guys are over on Whatnot, I do sell on there once or twice a week, so come check out the streams, just hang out. All we do is just kind of have a good time, talk about toys, music, and sell a couple figures in the meantime. But again, thanks everybody. Have a good one.